had to get the right lighting. That light just totally affects that light, and I don't like that being a problem. I'm just waiting for the a notification, folks. So bear with me. I don't have a link to what we gotta see here, so I'm hoping it all starts off really nice for us. You know how it likes to be. There we go. How's everyone doing tonight? I had to get the right lighting. That light just totally just explaining my lights there. First, hey, yo, what's good? All right, sorry about last week. It was a Super Bowl weekend here in America. For those of you who aren't American, it's a football game that people go nuts over to watch millionaires play a sport they get overpaid for. But anyways, and then complain about not getting $10 million the year following. But let's continue about going into this. Yes, I know they sacrificed their well-being of being able to entertain other people because of the sport they're playing is very physical and demanding of the person's particular body. That being said, I wish I could be paid $1 million to play a game. I don't care. Run me over with a truck. Let's do this. So let's talk. Let's do this thing. So for those of you who are brand new to this, for those of you who are old to this, for those of you who might be a little whatever to this, this is the live channel reviews here on Freedom, hosted by me, yours truly, Frosted Fricks. All links are located in the description below. We always recommend you check out the following links: the MGN channel, and there's another one there. It's my channel, but I'm not saying check it out because I'm telling you to do. I'm saying that like there's going to be something else that's going to be involving that a little bit later. Also, I want to make a couple things clear. This is not a shout out video. This is not. We don't do shout outs here, so that ain't happening. So if you came here for a shout out, you came here for all the wrong reasons. The second thing I want to say, this is a channel review segment, so I'm going to be going over people's channels and saying how I can help them grow and possibly finding any flaws they might be having with their channel so I can encourage them to steer them in the right direction. That being said, there's a little set of rules. If I call your name and you're not here, we're going to skip you. We give you 30 seconds to give it a response. There's going to be a 30-second timer up on the screen. You got 30 seconds to respond to me. If you don't respond to me within that 30 seconds, I have to move on to the next person. Secondly, I have to say is I'm going to be doing a little list thingy. So there is a wheel. It's all a randomizer. So when you guys give me your names, I'm going to when I open the list, I also encourage you to please take a look at the chat. Watch the chat because the video and the chat are going to be miles away from each other. So when I'm getting ready to put up the chat in the chat, just watch the chat. That's what I'm saying. If you see list now open and I say it, you got 30 seconds to start saying, please have me review your channel. Please keep it down to one so we don't accidentally put like the same person on the list a million times. It's not fair for everybody else that's on there. And when the list says close, please do not ask for any more reviews until I open the list again because they will go on deaf ears as I want to be able to help the individual that we're focusing on, as well as I want everybody to learn from what's going on. It's a little light in here tonight. This is an unusual amount of people here. Maybe we should send a link of this stream to the other Junkrat impersonator to help him out. Oh, low blow. So, that being said, I'm gonna open up a 30-second timer. There we go. Stop. Restart. I'm gonna open up the list right. I'm gonna pop this really quick. Pop out chats. List is open. And also, I want to make mention of this much before I even continue saying the list is open. I want you guys to listen to me. Do not put your name in there more than twice at most, because I know some of you think I don't see it the first time. I will see it, but do not do it more than once, because I'm going to assume you're trying to talk over other people and make it so you're on the list multiple times, which isn't fair to them, so you might have your name skipped, all right? All right, we're just doing this to keep it fair for everybody. That being said, excuse me, and a list is now open. Start the 30-second timer. Low-key roasting is fun. Love this thing sometimes. Sorry, this thing's just stupid. All right, that first dingle dangle is the sound that the timer is closed. List is closed. All right. Two-wheel Aussie coming back for more. Coming back for more of this. Everything decent. And thank you guys this time for following my instructions and not like inundating me with the constant requests of the same names. Edward. Mr. There you go. And while I'm doing this, putting this down, I need to ask you, fine folk of the internet, what movie are you looking forward to this upcoming summer? I got quite a few that I'm looking forward to. I'm actually really looking forward to Ready Player One. I think that's going to be a really awesome movie, personally. I mean, I believe Steven Spielberg is actually is doing a thing with it. He's the director, so I'm super stoked about it. I really am. Green Skull, you missed it by a second. That's fine. I can see the timestamps on all these too, so I mean that's fine. It's gonna happen. Let's do this. Boom, locked and loaded. Ready Player One. Totally stoked to see that. Hey, aggressive turtle. All right, here we go. We're gonna spin Xavier. You'll notice I started the stream a little earlier today, but I'm also ending it a little earlier as well. We're going to get it first thing. Why didn't you add me? Aaron, you didn't request within that time frame. Yes, you did. Shesbit. Aaron, I do apologize. I'm going to get you on there right now. Thaler Martinez. Taylor Martinez. I said Thaler. Aaron, I am so sorry. I'm going to get you on there right now. All right. So. Anyways, Taylor Martinez. This guy. You here? Are you here, Taylor Martinez? I was in a Star Wars movie. Oh, you didn't. Oh, that would have been cool. No. Aaron, I know you totally requested, but Taylor Martinez, are you here? See? No? All right. I know I've asked it at this point in time. Anyways, Taylor Martinez. There he is. About to bring up the 30 seconds in the Guitar of Doom. All right. So, this is an interesting one. So let's first start it off with what I see here. I'm gonna unmute this as well because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an issue. We got Thaler. I'm not sure how you want me to pronounce this. I do apologize. It's either Thaler or Taylor. Frodo, is not your first rodeo show, so you know when I'm going over a channel that I'm not adding people to the list. I just want to point that out. This is not your first time being here, so you should know that. But anyways, Taylor, let's talk here. I'm looking at your banner. It's interesting. I'm not sure what it tells me about your channel. I see this like little character. I'm not exactly sure what it's from, but I mean, it kind of gives the channel a little bit of character. I'm not exactly what this says right here. Vima something. Besterer? I think that's what it says. It's very hard to read, even on a 46-inch TV. So I think this is falling on a blind spot where I would not be able to see it. I'm also going to make mention, again, if you're requesting to be reviewed while I'm going over channels, it's going to fall on deaf ears because I'm not going to stop in the middle of a review to add channels. And I'd be careful with that because then you start spamming the thing. I encourage you guys to talk to each other. That's what I'm doing. I'm encouraging you guys to talk to each other. But I don't encourage to be spamming the thing, add me, because I do have moderators in here and they get tired of seeing things after a bit. And I'm just saying it for your sake. I'm going to be focused here. They're going to be in the chat. So that being said, you get a lot of views for a channel that plays pool. That's interesting. I didn't think it was such a popular thing, and it's like it's digital billiards too, which is interesting. I just wasn't expecting to see this amount of return on that. I need to think. I need to figure out what you're doing here. So the next thing I want to say is I want to see your uploads on top and your popular uploads on the bottom, because according to your popular uploads, well, the first thing I see when I see this is you haven't uploaded for 5 months. The next thing I want to make mention of is when I'm looking at this, you got your subscribers hidden for some reason, and that's not something you want to do. I don't recommend hiding your subscribers for 2 reasons. The first reason being that it kind of makes it look a little shifty and shady when you hide subscribers. That makes companies feel as though you're inflating your numbers via not so good means. The other reason is because of that, a lot of networks disconnect channels that hide their subscribers because they have no way of tracking where the people are coming from, and that even throws red flags on YouTube's end. So I would never private your subscriber account. I just don't recommend it. It's good you tell me that, but I want to see it. That's the difference. So, but anyways, I would move your uploads and your popular uploads around. The next thing I want to make mention of is I want to see individual playlists and creative playlists on your front page as well. Excuse me, still burping. Let's go to your about. Wagar professional day 8-ball pool. You're a professional 8-ball pool player? Okay, so tell us a little bit more about you. What got you into pool? What got you into electric pool? What made you start YouTube? What made you start recording these things? What is it that you like to do the most outside of playing pool? What is your upload schedule? And also, I feel like you need to get on more social media, my man. You are only on Instagram, and I feel like at least nowadays, Twitter is the Twitter of now. The Facebook of now, so I would definitely get on there. The next thing I want to make mention of, you haven't uploaded anything on your Instagram for almost a year, so it's probably time to get that up and going, especially since it's connected to your channel. Maybe pictures of you actually playing 8-ball. So that's something that I would recommend. It would definitely help you out a bit in terms of just moving your channel forward a little bit. The next thing I forgot to mention is on your Instagram, you actually don't have your YouTube channel linked in there. So when you have something social media aspect, a link to your YouTube channel, the idea of having it linked is the fact that the people are going to be looking at this as part of your channel. So if this is like a private one that's your own personal thing, I would make one specifically for the channel so that people can identify and distinguish them between each other, and that you look like you're active on social media. I want you to spread your videos through social media as well as interact with other people, because that's how you're going to grow your channel in the future. Not that you're having an issue getting views, but so fill this out a lot more. Let's go to your playlist. All right, there's about 9 videos in your playlist, but I believe there are a bunch more videos that you actually have. So I think at this point in time, you should start working on your playlist and getting more videos into your playlist, because it actually helps the metadata and helps the videos get found through the extra information that's given to them through the YouTube algorithmic search. So I recommend you actually fill out more, put more videos into the into your playlist. It does benefit as a lot, and also try to stay away from playlists with just one video in it, because it's pointless to have a playlist with just one video in it, and it doesn't add any extra benefit to them. Let's go to your videos. The next thing I want to say is at first I thought I had some concerns with your thumbnails, because this is all I saw was this, but your thumbnails are more geared towards what's going on. But I kind of want to see a little bit more engagement on the thumbnails. I see you got, oh my god, a squiggly line, arrows, question marks, the usual things that I see on videos that say click me. It definitely works for some people, and obviously it's working for you. I kind of want to see something in terms of like maybe playing with Photoshop a little bit more, doing some actual photo editing so you can mess around with some of the pictures. The other thing I want to make mention is careful with certain colors on certain colors. Green on blue, blue on green, green on neon anything on anything. Usually doesn't separate itself from a background too well, only because it's so bright, it's actually sometimes hard for the eye to distinguish what's going on from the foreground and the background. Right now, I'm looking at it, and I honestly could not read that if you even asked me to. And again, 46-inch TV, that's my monitor, and it makes it very difficult for me to read it. It just looks like a little blob on there. Looks like Flubber just separated it into two and just tried to make words, but you can't, they're indistinguishable from the green platform it's sitting on. So I would definitely do that too. I took no for a channel review and changed it all and got back uploading. Brought some back from older ones. Thanks to everyone for the help and support. I love 8-Ball Mini Clip Game. Awesome, Lise. That's good to hear. Glad to hear that. So I would play a little bit around more with your thumbnails, but they're not bad. I mean, like, you at least make the attempt to work on them. The next thing I want to make mention of is I feel like your upload schedule could be a little bit more frequent. Right now, your upload schedule is a little infrequent. For example, 3 weeks ago, you had three videos, but then 1 week prior to that, you only had one. I feel like you should be uploading almost once every other day with the type of content you put out, which is mainly billiard based. I would definitely say work on that. Now, I'm not great with my multilingual self, but we're gonna use the YouTube terrible translator to sort of figure out what's going on here. 8-Ball Pool Sao Paulo tournament. Will you not believe? You will not believe, and it's good that it's you. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Even though we're sponsored by Epidemic Sounds, it's okay. So here's another thing. I say this to a lot of people when they're playing games. I definitely say audio commentary is probably going to be the best steering and the best directed thing for you. I know you're playing pool, which really, I mean, there's not too much to commentate on except explaining what you're going for and what you're trying to do. The one thing I definitely want to make mention of is when you're doing something like this on a game of billiards, what you could do is have fun with it a little bit more. Actually watch like professional tournaments of billiards being played and listen to the commentary over that. What you could do, and this is just me shooting off the cuff here, which would help out bringing more entertainment and engagement into it, is pretend when you go to do the voiceover, pretend when you're one of the announcers on there, so you can do post audio commentary while you're playing the game, because I can imagine that gets a little distracting. But what you could do is post audio commentary going, ooh, he made the shot and it looked really good, or something like something along that line to kind of gauge the audience that's watching the video. You don't want to just put music over gameplay, because it technically doesn't even fall underneath fair use, but that's beside the point. But right here, you want to be able to engage the people that are watching your channel. The next thing I want to say is on this particular video, again, I look at the immediate video, there's a severe lack in tags, description. The tags just say 8-Ball Pool, Medina's gratis. And I think that was I do apologize for my terrible translation to anything, but I believe you should be getting into more detail. I'm not sure exactly what the name of the game is, with the game that you're playing, but that would be probably something you'd want to look into. The next thing I would say is, even though you're playing the game, you're doing certain shots, certain trick shots, and there's also names of shots in the game of billiard. So like when you're skipping, when you're rounding, when you're hopping, those are different types of shots you could do. I don't know if that's available in this, but you could also be working off of the idea of 8-Ball Pool tournament wins, 8-Ball like there's a bunch of different tags. And I would definitely recommend looking to see what other YouTubers might be playing the same game and seeing what type of tags they use. And it's really easy. You could either use vidIQ, which is what I use to see what other people's tags are, or you go to their video, hit Control-U, and it should pop this up, which is their source code. Looks like a jumbled mess, and for the most part it is. Now what's cool about the source code is it actually shows you right here where it says Meta Property OG Video Tag. It'll actually show you the tags of the videos being shown right here. These are your tags. So I can see that, but other people can see that too. The one thing I want to say, if you're going to borrow tags from other people, do not use their specific channel tags. Which, in other words, if I posted up a video, let's say Minecraft, even though I don't play the game, and it says Minecraft Bed Wars Frosted Fricks, you don't copy that one because you're not Frosted Fricks. You're not. So Bed Wars Minecraft might be something, but that's not something you'd want to copy here. So, and you keep I see that you're in the thing, you're telling me to check the one before, but here's the thing, and a lot of people tell me to do this, but at the same rate, I have my rebuttal as to why I don't. My rebuttal is, if the one before is better than this one, how come you haven't kept up that standard? So if the one before is better, all of them should look like the one before in terms of what standards you keep them at. Tags, description, everything. That's why when I hear someone go, look at the one before, that means you uploaded something you were proud of, but then you uploaded something you're not so proud of, and it was just happenstancely put up. And that shouldn't be a situation either. So that being said, I'm going to be focusing on this one because all of your videos should have that standard of the one you're saying that is before. Should, not just one. The next thing I want to say is this particular description doesn't actually lead us to this video. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it a lot, and subscribe. And the problem with that is, believe it or not, your description actually is a part of your metadata. It's part of your source code, which is part of your search engine optimization, which is part of YouTube search algorithm. If the description is not filled out with any keywords dedicated towards the actual video or title or tag, it's going to massively affect the ability to be searched. My favorite thing I like to do is I'm one of the few, actually the only YouTuber that ever got a chance to sit down with the Honey Pop game developer, and right here I'm going to show you why descriptions are so important. Right, when you look up every video that's ever been made, you'll see like tags and whatnot, and then you can read the description that's next to it. You go an interview with the game developer of Honey Pop and Honeycam Studios, Ryan Coons. But in my search I said Honey Pop dev interview. However, in the title, Honeycam Studio developer interview, YouTube exclusive. See, almost like 1/3 of these words actually showed up in the actual title, and about that many showed up in the tags. But in the description, you see interview, developer, and Honey Pop being the words that are actually searchable information that you can find. So that would be definitely something you'd want to look into. Sorry, I thought someone was taking my videos. We want to fight in a second. All right, so that's why it's so important to fill out that description information. It really does help you because, again, we're going to go into that Control U, and this is exactly how you can tell what is where. Is right here where it goes content, and that is your description, OG description. And then he goes, gracias por ver el video, espero que gestaste mucho su graba and it's like, and he tell people to subscribe. But the problem is, this is all people will see next to it, not being descripted to the video, which doesn't help the actual search algorithm find that video. Nor does it help a person understand what the video is about if they're looking it up. So I would definitely recommend you fill out that description, because it doesn't hurt. It helps. You have 5,000 characters to use. I'm not saying you have to squeeze in all 5,000, but it doesn't hurt to try to fill it in as much as possible. The next thing I want to say is I'm glad you got your Instagram hooked up here, but then you leave something saying buy coins here. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about, but I'm not going to get into it. All I know is if they're not paying you and you're advertising for another person, don't do it. I recently was actually approached by a company that gave V-Bucks or something like that for Fortnite, which is their currency, so you can buy the stuff for the free game that you're playing. And they recently came up to me saying, oh, you make a video for us, every person that clicks on your link and we signs up, we'll give you 20 cents for them. Where I'm like, okay, so now let's go be realistic, where I have a degree in film and animation, and you want me to make a 5-minute video for you and do the voice acting, which I also alternately charge for, and you were going to only give me 20 cents on the happenstance that some people might actually join? Get bent. That's it. So that was my response to them. So I wouldn't put my video out there to be a platform for anybody unless the money's up front. And that's where that goes. If you're going to advertise for someone, make sure you're getting actually paid for it up front before they even say anything like that. So I see a lot of channels that go for those like little bleepy sponsorships are 10 cents every time someone clicks on your link and buys something. You're not getting a dime, but you're doing a great job advertising for them because they don't have to pay anything. And 10 cents to them for advertisement is nothing, where companies literally spend millions of dollars to advertise at any point in time. So I would definitely keep that in mind while that's going on. I know, as I said, I don't usually check the video before. I always check everything on the current video. And I do that intentionally, as I said, because if this video And that's why I specifically said that. If this video is not as good as your last video, that means you're not keeping up your standards of operation throughout your entire series. And that has got to be consistent through all of your videos. That's why when I always see people go, oh, my other video is good. Well, that's great, but this video wasn't kept to the same standard. And every video should always be kept to that standard. All right. So that being explained and said, let's take a look at your interaction. Okay, so the next thing I say, your overall interaction with your people need to start happening. You need to talk to the people that are talking to you, because the more you talk to them, the more they're going to keep coming back and watch your channel, because they see and they can connect with the actual content creator. For larger channels, it's much harder to talk to the people because you're getting thousands and almost a couple thousand comments a day. But even then, they still should go in there and pick maybe 50 to 20 to 50 of them to comment back on. That way they see the audience interaction. The engagement of your audience means a lot to them, especially when your audience feels like they're being cared about. And I get a lot of people going, well, those are my friends. That's fine. Still talk to them, because people see that you're talking to other people, and that means a lot to them as well. So make sure your engagement with your audience is going to be on point as well. And also, if you want to see a really cool video, I recommend this one, The Biggest Cheater in Gaming History. Lots of things to learn from that. It was interesting. And this dude, total scumbag. But let's continue. Boop, boop. All right. Oh, you sell your own coins. That makes sense. All right, I'm about to say, if some company's paying you to do that, probably not a great idea. Thirsty. So let's spin this out. Hold up. I don't know how you got in there twice. There we go. I don't know how you got on there twice. Blew my mind. Noah HD. Gamers Nation, you didn't put on, I didn't open the list, so I do apologize. The list wasn't open. No, I open the list every 2 people. All right, that being said, Noah, are you here? And again, I'm going to make this perfectly clear for everybody. Don't spam the chat by saying, add me, please, add me, please, add me, please, because it's not going to happen until I open the list. When I say in the chat list is open, you have that opportunity to say, hey, please review me, and ask once. During the time when I'm reviewing other channels or asking people to show up like Noah, I would not recommend asking for reviews, because at this point in time is when you guys are probably listening and talking amongst each other, trying to help each other grow their channels. Asking for a review consistently is just going to spam up the chat, and we're not going to be able to see if I'm trying to communicate with an individual, if that makes any sense. If the person's posting stuff and everyone's like, review me, it's going to make it very difficult for me to be able to see who I'm trying to talk to. So that being said, we got Noah HD up. And when I open the list after Noah, I can get more people on, all right? That makes sense? That sound fair? It sounds fair to me. Oh no, I know you just joined. That's why I always reiterate every like few moments. So I know you didn't know. That's not nice.
I'm trying to get this sketch filthy Frank crap in here.
What up, pimps? And welcome to the 3rd annual Would You Rather in Real Life. Now, today we got the OGs, me, Caleb, and Nathan. And then last year we recruited this Caleb. And then this year we recruit Ryan. Yeah. Last year we picked order of who goes when in this Would You Rather by doing rock, paper, scissors. But since Ryan's the new guy, he picks order who goes first to last.
Too bad I didn't get to do that shit.
So you did last year. You won.
Okay. So I actually do like what I see here. It's actually really nicely put together. You got your uploads on your front page. Let's see, check your popular uploads. I want to see individual playlists on your front page as well. The other thing that's kind of bothering me is, like you said, you've been doing this for a couple years, and I can definitely count on your front page that you have 23 videos in playlists. So we're going to talk about that in a moment too. But I definitely want to say there's a couple things you could work on. We're going to talk about that as well. I do like the banner, but I feel like I want to see your name pop out more. The problem is you're blue on gray and it is bleeding in too much. So there's probably the best thing you could do to separate it from the backgrounds by putting an outline on it so people can see what it is. The next thing I want to say is maybe a different font, something a little bit more interesting, or you could even have fun with the Canon font that you see back here. Maybe can you find a Canon font that's Canon font that they're using here and use it as your title font. So just something to play with for visual and aesthetics. The next thing I want to make mention of is let's take a look at your about section. No, not Canadian. Close. Just like I could walk 20 minutes and be in Canada. That's how close I am. Hi, my name is Noah, and welcome to my channel. I love making entertaining video projects such as skits, series, and collabing with my fellow YouTuber friends. I love all my fans and try to communicate with them the best as I can. I'm going to hold you to that. Now then, tell us why you started playing. Why did you start playing the YouTubes? What are you doing playing the Nintendos on the YouTubes? I do skits. It's YouTube. And I'm not playing a Nintendo. It's a Sega Genesis. The heck's wrong with you? Anyways, what I'm gonna what I want to see is why did you start YouTube? I also want to see an upload schedule because that's going to be very efficient for you. Upload schedules for any channel is definitely going to be something people need to have, mainly due to keep the people and give the people an idea how often they should expect a video, when they should see you, or like. The last thing you want to do is fall behind or not give one so people don't know when you're uploading and it just happen haphazardly, whatever. So you don't want that being a situation too. How am I? I'm doing all right. A boot. Let's check out your Instagram and your Twitter. And let's punch my middle mouse button with a hammer. All right. So I always say try to keep branding nice and consistent. You actually got everything different here. You got these two pictures right here for your Twitter, and you got these two pictures right here for your YouTube. So try to keep your branding nice and consistent. Me, big boyo. So maybe fill this out a bit more. Like it's a little mini bio. I think you only get like 150 words to use, but fill it out more. Tell us a little bit more about what's going on. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of minigun. That was a lot of minigun. So goals for 2018: surpass 500 subscribers. All right, pass the 9th grade. That's a good. That's an important goal. Make quality content. Focus on what's important to myself. Be the realest I can be. Okay, and you're being interactive on here, which is great. I don't even want to know what that was a picture of. That halftime show in a nutshell. Oh, okay. And it's being posted by Keemstar, not really qualified individual. Anyways, you're active. You're interactive on here. I kind of want to see a little bit of your own content, but it's not bad that you're like posting memes and stuff like that. I've been really into Fortnite myself, so I totally understand the excitement behind it. But I kind of want to see a little bit more of your stuff on here. So that being said, also try not to take such long breaks off. I notice there's some big gaps between times when you're on Twitter and sometimes when you're not. So try working on that as well. The more interaction you have with other individuals on Twitter, the more of a probability people are going to come and find you. All right. So I definitely would say that. But I gotta switch my account here. But I lost your thing. Where are you? Goals always get a like from me. There you go. So, let's take a look at your Instagram. January 21st. That was about 20 days ago. I I would definitely be more interactive on here. Also, again, okay, you got that going for you, which is good. For Instagram, it works a different way. You should use hashtags for your Instagram. Hashtags actually are how Instagram search engine actually works, is through the hashtags, where Twitter uses keywords and phrases to add the interaction for it. Mad Mike wants off the list? All right, no problem, no problem. There you go. Gotta go bed. Falling behind. Yeah, I saw you're falling behind. So, let's go to you. Let's go look at your playlist. Now then, as I said, I saw that you had 23 videos, but I'm pretty sure you got more than just that for videos. I agree, but we're not PewDiePie. Well, so people won't really wait for each and every video we upload. No, they won't. The thing is, you got to remember when you're uploading videos is at any point in time, if you stop uploading, what's going to stop those people that were watching your channel from going on another channel and finding the content that they're not getting from you because you're not uploading on the days you promised that you're going to upload? So they got to find entertainment somewhere, and unfortunately, that might steer them away from your channel. Yeah, they do. They do, Mini Pip, but I mean, it's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. But they're existent because of channels that just put up other people's content. They're existent because of channels that put up one video a day. One video a month and expect to get money off of that. And it just that's why the new rules are there. The new rules are because of your bigger named YouTubers that broke the rules and made it more difficult for a lot of us, and some of those YouTubers who are continually breaking the rules, and it didn't help. And essentially, like, in a lot of cases, I look at these things and where I hear people say it's bad, and I feel bad because there's a lot of people I know are really close to that goal, which is awesome, but it sucks that they won't be able to get it. Well, they didn't lose. Okay, Minnie, now here's the thing. You didn't lose everything. That's where a lot of people got this twisted. You didn't lose everything. You lost the ability to get maybe 5 to 50 cents a month. That's where you lost out on. In real translation, that doesn't really equate to too much. Now then, if you lost everything, that would mean that all of your videos are gone. Your YouTube channel doesn't exist. But if you're here solely to make money, you're here for all the wrong reasons. And I say that because I personally have two channels. One which falls into guidelines, and the other one which doesn't. And guess which one is more successful? The one that doesn't. That one is growing at a substantial rate on a daily basis. It's gained over 200 subscribers in the last week. It's at like almost 450, I think, 434 something subscribers, and it's only 3 months old, but it's getting views on its channel. It's got 43,000 views on its most popular video. I'm not seeing a dime of that, but that's fine because it's content that I enjoy putting up. You got to remember, when YouTube first started, you didn't get paid for that. They didn't get paid for anything. So I kind of both agree and disagree with how it works, but I don't like that it kind of fell back on people, deserving people. So that's where my stance is. So that's why I do these streams, because that's why I've been doing these streams, because I believe everyone has a chance and everyone can do good. Everyone has the ability to make. Dude, I'm going to be honest. If you can point to me a game you can buy for about 50 cents, I'll buy it for you, dude. I'm just saying the impact that it's leaving on the small channels that I see complain about not making enough money is insubstantial. It's not too much, honestly. I do recommend other sources of income, as Gamer Nation says, Fiverr. I mean, I have a personal Fiverr account, and I can definitely say if you get one job on Fiverr, which is $5, you charge them $5. Of course, Fiverr takes your 25. Their what is it, like 1/5 of what you get, so you make $4. You'd had made more doing that than the month of videos you put up on YouTube. YouTube didn't ruin anything. Anyways, continuing. I'm looking at the thumbnails. I am going to say this much. I do love the thumbnails. The thumbnails are really well put together. They're really great. You got New Year's Q&A and more, which is kind of fun. It's a nice little interactive thing. But the one thing I definitely want to hit you with in this, the one thing you know I'm going to get you with there, Noah, is the fact that there is no consistency in upload schedule. You actually took a whole month off. And 2 months ago, you only uploaded 5 times. The month before that, you uploaded 4 times. The month before that, once. Month before that, once. 2 months before that, twice. So your upload schedule is what's killing you right now. I definitely would say, since you are successful in getting the views, because you're getting more than a 10% of your views, you are getting successful for the views. I definitely would say, keep your uploads consistent, and this will continue to grow for you. That's where you're falling down on. That's where you're falling down on. Svedka.
Yo, what's up guys, we're in today's video, and in today's video, gonna be talking about 2017, a little recap of it, doing a little Q&A session, and also gonna be talking about what 2018 has to...
So I want to teach you stuff. Your lighting. The video quality is excellent. Don't get me wrong. I love the video quality. I can tell it was taken with that Nikon camera. Not Nikon, that Canon camera. It's a really good, or it's either Nikon or Canon. I know it's a really good digital quality. So you got thumbs up for video quality on that. Now then, let's talk lighting. A lot of people get a little scared about lighting. Lighting's actually really easy to do. You can tell I got some nice light on me right now, and it's showing the natural skin color of gray and a pale skin tone that would match that of a driven snowbank. So what I do to get my lighting balanced is I use a combination of lights. You'll notice there's a light behind me. There's a light up here that you guys can't quite see. But if I put my hand here, you'll notice that it's actually red. And over here, I have this bulb right here, and all these are LED bulbs. I have this bulb right here, which is a daylight bulb. Now what it is, it's an LED daylight bulb. And now I'm going to show you the broke man's way of doing lighting in your room. See, I see you're getting hit with a yellow light, and yellow lights isn't the natural skin tone that you're going for. So what I would say is, if you're going to do good lighting, I would use an LED daylight bulb. Don't buy the GE ones because they're garbage. But what I got here are 2 canister lights, and they're relatively cheap. Here, I'll turn off the light for you for a second. They're relatively cheap. They're just little canister lights, and you can buy those at your local hardware store for $10 each. The light bulbs are coming a pack of 4 for $10, so you're talking like 30 bucks to get the lighting nice. And I didn't pay too much for that. I don't have this directly on me, or else it would be blasting. What I do is I have it bouncing off a white door over here to hit my right side of my face. And I use the red to do the color balance. The color behind me is to separate me from the background. So that's why I separate all the lights. And that's, yeah, it's good. It's good for you. So it's cheap. It's a cheap lighting trick. I recommend doing it because, as I said, I see you're getting hit by a light, and the yellow light, and that's like your regular incandescent bulb that you can get everywhere. But these LED lights, they're cheap, and I recommend doing it. But it has to be daylight. Daylight's going to be the best light, and here's why: because daylight mimics the luminescence of the sun, and direct daylight has every color of the rainbow in it, which is why when you hit the sun with a prism, or when the sun's ray hits a prism, it projects rainbow on it, because every color in that white light is is prevalent. So when you're getting hit with daylight, your natural skin tone is going to be shown. So I recommend it. I recommend it. Now you know I'm going to hit you with the tags.
First off, I want to talk about
because oops, I didn't mean to get all up in there. But the tags need work. By work, I mean they need to be done. You need to work on those tags. Without their existence, it's going to be a very bad thing for you. Some might even say it's a cheap trick. Boo. You need to have tags. Tags are not the lack of tags are not helping the video be driven or found, and same as for the lack of a description. All this has to be geared towards what's going on here. I do like how you got it set up. It's very Philip DeFranco style, but I mean, like, that's not what I'm commenting on. It's really well put together, and that's fine. That's actually really well put together.
Because it was one of the best years of my life so far, and one of the craziest, saddest, funnest, like, it was a crazy year. First off, I want to thank each and every one of you guys, because at the beginning of this year, I didn't even have 200 subscribers yet, and now I have 337 or something like that.
Now you got more.
It's crazy. I gained over 100 subscribers this year, and I'm so thankful.
So that being said, just imagine if your uploads were more consistent. Obviously, with the lack of uploads, you're going to be you're getting hit, but even with that lack of uploads, you still grew your channel. That's why I say not only is consistency good, but the quality that you're doing is good too. I mean, clearly you understand the idea of a quality video. You're doing the proper jump cuts. You're cutting out all the ums and uhs. And I would say if you kept this constant, it would be working really well into your favor. These types of videos are actually on the uprise, where skits and everything, because people are reverting back to YouTube's old days, where gaming's starting to become a sort of a niche thing, and vlogging and entertainment is becoming more of a mainstream thing. Now, understandably, yes, skits take a while to make, but there's stuff you could be making in between each skit. I personally have a video game that I wanted to upload a while back that I'm still working on uploading, but it has a skit at the beginning. I also have another skit that I'm doing. But in the meantime, I'm doing live streams and I'm doing personal uploads. So I would work in those extra things while you're working between two skits. I know it takes a while to do a video in terms of editing, but pick a day and make that your edit day. So that's definitely, and pick another day and make that your recording day. You'll find that a lot of the larger channels actually do that. That being said, with the description and lack thereof, there's really no description that YouTube's going to be able to latch onto to separate this from everybody else. Yeah, and you'll notice that, and especially for everybody, the last month, if you were struggling on getting subscribers actually have been coming in a little bit better. So I definitely getting your reviews, guys. So I guess what's getting you right now is your lack of updating on your uploads, and your lack of actual metadata work. So you need to work on your SEO. You need to work on your uploads. That's where I think you're struggling the most. The other things I mentioned are important, but not as important as getting videos out, and that has got to happen. So those are my recommendations, and I definitely hope they help. If you look comic book. All right. So that being said, I'm gonna ask everybody to get their peepers on the chat, because I'm about to say that the list is open. If you do not see yourself here, ask to be put on the list. If you do, encourage other people to be put on the list. But only ask once, guys, please, because I don't want to be inundated with people asking too much, and I accidentally put in like 3 of the same name on here. So that's one request I have of you guys. All right. Let's see. List is open. Press start. I heard that helps. And some people have always commented that I do these really slow, but I work about 20 to 30 minutes on an individual, depending on how much work they need. So I'm pretty thorough with my scrub downs of people's channels. So I'm sorry that sometimes it takes me a while, but that being said, List is closed. That being said, I do have other opportunities for you guys to get your channels reviewed, all right? This isn't the only time during the week I do these. I probably do these about 6-7 hours a week, all right? Plus, so there are other opportunities for me to do your channels, and here they are. On every Tuesday, precisely on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, I am live on MGN, which is the multi-gaming network part of Freedom. I recommend there's some cool things that I got to learn about that's popping up now involving MGN. And it's going to be, I do a live stream there. Every Wednesday, I do it on my own personal channel, except this week, Wednesday is not going to happen. Most likely, it might happen on Thursday. I'm not sure because this week's all funked up because of the Valentine's Day. And I know I'm working Valentine's Day night, and Thursday might be my only other day night that I'll have with my fiance, and that's important to me. But I will keep you posted. If anything, it would happen Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Links to both channels are located below in the description. However, I do ask if you're going to subscribe to Frostfrix, that's me. Don't just subscribe because I'm giving you guys reviews. Subscribe because you enjoy the content I actually put up. I am not here to beg for subscribers. I definitely am not. I'm here to help you guys. So that being said, we're going to continue adding the names that people had been. Okay. And that being said, while we're still looking, does anybody, I know I asked this earlier, but there's new people here. Does anybody have a movie they're looking forward to this summer? There's gonna be a lot of good movies coming out. As I said, I'm looking forward to Ready Player One. I'm super looking forward to that. All right. There we go. Locked and loaded. So let's spin this. Probably Sleeping Cat. Panther. Venom. That's going to be a good one. I'm actually excited to see Venom. I like, and it's actually, you know what? I'm on a fence. I'm going to be honest. It's either Ready Player One or Deadpool. And Deadpool holds a little warm spot in my heart. I mean, like, I really like Deadpool. I have a lot of his comics, and I've been following him since he was introduced in, he was just a sidekick to a villain, and then he turned out to be more interesting than the villain. It was like his first appearance. I have that comic, and, like, it's great. It's great. But here we go. We love comics. I had asked people to put in their request, and during that time, you did not ask for one. So that being said, we're going to spin. OMG ODDYR, I did not forget you. You are actually on this list. I recommend taking a closer look. New Dragon Ball movie. Sleeping Cat. Now, here's a question I have for you. There's a lot of people who have never gotten a review from me on this list, and you've gotten several reviews from me. Would you be willing to give up this position for a person who's never gotten a review, or do you want me to continue to your channel? Yeah, also I want to make mention on the other places I do my channel reviews is this wheel doesn't exist. It's a first come first serve deal. There is no wheel there. Sleepy cat. That's fine. Okay, thank you very much, Sleeping Cat. And also props to Sleeping Cat for being an OG and helping us out and letting you guys continue, because I have done Sleeping Cat's channel several times, and it's like he was really cool about that. So everyone, thank Sleeping Cat for allowing us to continue the wheel. It always comes back. Also, if you guys are still watching this and you haven't liked the stream yet, why? Green Skull, are you still here? And Gamers Nation, you're on there. I did miss you, Taser. I do apologize. Everything decent, you are on the list. Green Skull is here. Alright. Taser, I'll fix that right now. I'll put you on there for the next spin. My apologies, good sir. Or ma'am. I'm assuming again I'm going out. Okay. All right. So, Green Skull, let's take a look. Ow. 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 So, let's see. Green Skull, vlogs, unboxings, prank, and much more. And you're kind of making this about yourself, which is great, because that's what this is for. So that's good. I like that you're doing that. You're making this for you, and that's fine. I definitely want to say you got to add to your front page, popular uploads, the individual playlist, created playlist section. That way we see that you actually have more than just the uploaded content that we have in front of us. Now, the other thing I want to say, if you're going to use music in your video, 1000% check your audio levels, my man. That was really loud. And I had the other guy cranked up. I think just maybe my ears might be bleeding a little. But I got bandages in the other room, and we're going to continue this, okay? You have a good night, sleeping, and thank you for being good a sport about that too. It's really awesome. Hey, Don Juan. So that is still loud. Yo, you're using a little set. Awesome. See, now, I had to turn that music all the way down, and now I can't hear you. So, that's why I always say check your audio levels. Now then, the next thing I'm going to hit you with is this one right. Nya. Intros are bad, okay? So, I'm not a fan of intros. I'm not a fan of intros at all. I say this with great ambition, only due to the fact that intros just generally don't help your channel. I don't care what people say, they don't. If you're a newer channel, if you're a small channel, they do not help, especially since you have 10 seconds to grab an individual's attention at the beginning of a video, and if you are not grabbing that attention and utilizing that to literally make them go deaf for about 10, 15, 30 seconds, it is too long. You need to turn down the volume, and you need to get rid of that intro. If you're going to use it, you put it as an outro, but intros are not recommended as they take away too much time from a person's attention. You got to think of it this way. The attention span of an individual is very short on YouTube, and if you can't capture their attention at the beginning of the video, they're not going to stick around. So I would recommend dropping the intro altogether. Put something fun at the beginning, or get right into whatever you're about to do. But don't don't hit us with an intro. And don't hit us with something fun, then slap us with an intro, and then hope we're going to be your best friend after that intro. It doesn't help that. It doesn't work that way. You can't offer a bone to a dog and then hit him with it and say, but we're still good, though, right? And that's what I mean. Intros are, I just do not recommend them. Not even a well-done intro can be attention-grabbing. It becomes obnoxious after a while, and here's why. Let's say I'm a person who watches a lot of YouTube. I am, and I wanted to streamline your stuff, which I do. Last thing I want to hear every 10 minutes is the intro song. Last thing. I've yet to find an intro that's actually interesting. People are going to argue with me, well, Frosted, there are channels out there that have intros. And you're absolutely right. There are. There are channels there are successful channels out there that have intros. They're like, well, there's Matt Pat who has his game theory, and his intro is 30 seconds long. You're right. But Matt Pat is not a gaming channel. The Game Theorist is not a gaming channel. It's an informational studies channel. And he gets away with the intro because he not only gives you a hypothesis and theory at the beginning of the video, he then hits you with the intro, then gives you the actual play, but it's not exactly a gameplay. It's informational, hence why it falls underneath good branding. However, if it's a small channel like any of them, like even if it's mine, the intro will be too distracting from the actual content that's being presented, thusly making people click off that video. One out of every 10 people watching that video will stay and watch it. The rest of them will most likely back out. So I definitely don't recommend an intro, even if you think it's a good one. News and informational channels are one thing, but if you're just a channel that does gaming or vlogs, get right into it. Do what you gotta do. I just recommend it. How can you beat 11 out? Upload something amazing, my man. It's going to be rough. I understand. Level of audio in case that was unclear. All right, let's go to your About section. Okay, so future vlogger. Main feature on this channel is vlogging. Stay tuned for daily vlog. Let's grow together. Now then, there's quite a few things I want to tell you about. This doesn't tell us anything about you. Why did you get in vlogs? What's so interesting about your life that you want to vlog it? What is the content we usually would expect on here? What kind of things do you vlog about? What is your upload schedule? And get rid of that silly little milestone count. I don't recommend them. And the reason I don't recommend them is because it devalues your subscribers. It makes them look like numbers, and you don't want people to feel like they're a number to you. You know who gets defined as by numbers? Prisoners. And you don't want people to feel that way. Don't ever make a person feel like they're just a number to you. I look at all my subscribers as friends, family, people who I can connect with in a way and who have allowed me and have invited me into their homes and their family lives. I don't look at them as a person who just adds to my digits. So that's why I don't recommend putting milestones on there. Milestones are something you keep to yourself, or if another YouTuber asks you, hey man, what's your goal? You can tell them, but that is something you keep to yourself. All right? So remember, the only other person I can think of that's get defined by numbers are prisoners, and you don't want anyone ever to feel like they're a prisoner in your channel. Let's check your Twitter. You're close, shoot a birdie. You're so close. Let's take a look at your Twitter. Nah, that's not your fault. That's my internet being stupid. Okay, that's totally your fault. Your Twitter is bad, and you should feel bad about it. At least I think you should. Okay, no, I'm joking about your Twitter's bad, and you should feel bad about it. There is an issue with your Twitter link, and I'm not exactly sure what the issue might be, but whatever link you got on your channel is definitely not helping us find it. So there might be something going on with your Twitter's actual link. I'm not sure what you're using as a redirect link. No web page was found with this address. So my best guess is you closed your Twitter or you changed your web address. Yeah. So you should probably fix that. Let's go to your playlist. Thank you for that, Silver. I almost lost it when I read that. Silver says, unless, of course, your channel is an after a prison show, in which case it might be a subscriber nickname. How are all of my little prisoners today? Anyways, I do believe your playlist needs work only due to the fact that, one, these aren't your videos, and two, I don't see any of your videos in a playlist. Work on your playlist. Categorize your videos in the best ways you possibly can for yourself. The best thing you can do there is that Twitter instead of Twitter. Oh, there's 3 T's and not 2 T's because Twitcher doesn't exist. You might want to fix that. But yeah, these playlists need a bit of work. I would recommend if you're going to put playlists of things you like or something like that, keep those private because that's for you. It's not for people coming to your channel. That's for you. As for your reference, yeah. But let's talk about your page, your uploads. So your uploads need a little love, and here's why. One, you do vlogging, but you only upload twice a week, if that. Because I can tell you in the last month, you uploaded 3 times. It's an actual channel. I didn't know that. But what you're running into right now is a huge issue with getting any type of headway on your channel because of the fact that you're not staying relevant in terms of YouTube's upload and search algorithm because you don't upload that much. You've got to upload. And I think that's what's getting you right now is your lack of uploads. Not only that, you're kind of mixing things around. You're doing vlogs, and you threw in a GTA live stream in there, which kind of like sort of sets off everything else that you're doing on here. I would recommend finding it exactly what you're looking for. It looks like you do okay with vlogs, but then you do these things like "he's back?" ? And then you disappear for another month. So I would recommend not having these big gaps in your upload schedule. It definitely needs to stop, my man. The next thing, going to the fire department. So I'm going to watch this. I'm going to turn down the volume so we don't make me deaf. And everybody else watching.
So I just figured out a way to save a bunch of money online. I was about to buy these headphones from Target for $140. Then, Honey popped up. If you don't know...
They name it the 4K 1K. So if you're wondering, I'm sure you already know about it.
So here's the thing that I definitely want to tell you about. When it comes to this particular thing that you're using here, it's such a cool idea, but if it's implemented correctly, you got to understand the size of you compared to the actual set and how to center a camera. The camera is so far away from you because you're trying to fit everything in the set, but you got to understand when it comes to news crews, you don't want to sit that far away. I believe throughout the entire video, you are about that far the entire time. You don't want to be distancing yourself. Can you imagine if I was doing this review from the other side of my room? The microphone would still be in front of me, but it'd be a little awkward because it'd feel like I'm trying to yell at you from across the room. Get that camera closer. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I know the camera's moving this. Well, it doesn't move, but there's different cameras for different angles. So there should be a close-up camera. Secondly, size yourself to the right proportions. Look at that laptop compared to your size and how you're positioned. Because the way you're positioned behind the desk makes it look like you're kneeling on the floor. You want your chest to be a little higher off the desk, so it probably getting down to probably about your midriff, because you got to imagine where your legs would be sitting if you're sitting in a chair behind a desk, and also proportionately size your body compared to the desk so it actually fits behind there as well. Did I mention I have a degree in animation? So it's all about positioning.
If you don't know, you're trying to get some more
the next thing I want to make mention is you have music going on in the background, but it's a lot louder than you. And I'm wearing Turtle Beaches. They're cranked to the maximum because I play a lot of Fortnite on my end, and I hear when people sneaking up on me. And these are up all the way, and I can still barely hear you. You need to increase your decibels for your voice, because I wouldn't be begin to be the first person to tell you what you're talking about.
So the new thing is that you have to have.
And if you're doing a thing like this as well, make sure you have a script for yourself. Like you're sitting behind a news desk, you could easily have a script in front of you and no one's going to judge you. Or at least talking points. So I would definitely say utilize every angle you have as a creator when it comes to actual video quality. If you're sitting behind a desk, make sure it's proportionately sized to you. If you're talking to a microphone, make sure it's loud enough we can hear you. When you're doing an informational piece like this, where you're trying to tell people tips and tricks on beating a 4K, 1K thing, maybe have it more readily available for people to immediately be able to hear exactly what they want to hear, because that's what they came here for, the information that you could have potentially given them. So be specific, be precise on what you're talking about, all right? And be like we're talking precision. You got to talk exactly what you want to talk about, and make sure that script is there so you can touch base on it every time and stay on track. Now then, your tags are good and need work. So the big tag you're using there at the beginning is YouTube. I don't recommend utilizing the tag YouTube. And the reason I say that is because the search result for YouTube on YouTube is a shocking one. So let's say we go YouTube let's say we actually type it this time. Let's say we type in YouTube in a search. We're going to type in YouTube as a search. The results are what you're going to be looking at, and YouTube as a search gives you a 4,740,000,000 return result, which is, you actually have a greater chance of winning the lottery. I'm going to be honest with you. You have a greater chance of winning the New York State lottery than you would getting found based on a tag YouTube. You have a 1 in 4 billion chance of getting seen with that one tag. Ergo, it would be a weak tag. You need tags that are a little bit stronger, more geared towards this thing. You go new YouTube update, new update rules. You got news about the new YouTube update. YouTube news would be another one. Monetization, not a great one either, because it's a single solitary words don't work. You say YouTube 2018, not very specific to what you're talking about here. Not one of these tags say new YouTube rule 4K 1K tips and tricks, which is exactly what this is about. Tips and tricks on beating 4K 1K, tips and tricks on surpassing YouTube's new rules. These are all tags you could be utilizing towards this, but the tags you chose really weren't conducive to what you're talking about here. You're using words like YouTube 2018, YouTube monetization, new YouTube monetization. And I like the new YouTube policy 2018, but you could also be involving news with that as well. So this is very important for you. Also, like how to beat YouTube's new rules. I mean, these are all tags you could be utilizing towards this. And then the killer for your channel for this particular video is the complete lack of description in the video. Without the description, this is blind to YouTube. Again, it's a consistent thing I see with a lot of individuals. Thank you for the $2 donation. I'm sure Freedom will enjoy that. But the thing I definitely want to make mention of is that is very important that you fill out that description. It is absolutely important that you fill out that description. It goes right to your metadata, because right now I moved up wrong. This is going to be what your metadata looks like for description. OG description. Facebook. Doesn't really tell us anything about what the video is about, so if someone's looking at the video, it's like, yeah, but what's it about? And that is if they even find it, because of the lack of description already there. Because all of this is factored into your search engine optimization for your channel. You've got to be specific. You got to know what you're talking about, okay? So fill this stuff out. It is absolutely important. No, Mr. Mendoza. So that's where you're struggling right now. Fill out your descriptions, fill out your tags, and get on that upload. The uploads are really killing you right now. So get that going for you as well. And understand spatial positioning in the three-dimensional plane. Make sure that the video cameras, or whatever camera you're going to be utilizing, is close up to you. You don't, or switch between them while you're talking. You don't want to sit so far away from the camera. It's awkward. It's awkwardly placed, and it doesn't really help us see you or hear you in this case, because you sound as loud as you are sitting away from the camera as you are at that moment. So I would work on that. Okay. Those are my recommendations. I definitely hope they help. Notice I end it with that a lot. All right. Spin! Spin! Yeah, it's 4,000 hours. Roughly translates to 240,000 minutes of watch time. Oh. 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 All right. Anthony plays the games. I'm gonna be honest, secretly I've been wanting to do that the entire time. But Anthony, are you here still? It just missed you, Aaron. And Two Wheel. Stream shouldn't be frozen for anybody. I'm looking at mine right now. It's fine. It's fine perfectly. So we're going to reset this. Anthony plays the games. You're up. You have 30 seconds to get back to me. I see you physically on my screen right now. Go like, hold you right here. This is why it's very important to be here. Spaghetti. Well, that is why I make rules. We're just gonna spin that wheel. Hi, hi, hi. I see you. Just so you know, I'm not spinning things again, because I can continually spin this thing. Play Fire in the Flames on acoustic guitar. Oh, so close, Daz. One Shingo 5. No, it's like that. That's the whole thing. The whole point about this stream is, even if I'm not reviewing your channel, I still request you guys look at your own channels and see if the information still applies for you. All right, let's see. Is that up on here? There you are. One Shingo 5. I know you're so close, Daz. I saw that. I knew you were in here too. One Shingo 5. Okay. So. I just lost a pick. Good thing I got like 3 of them on here. So we're just gonna start it. Here we go. All right. So, okay. 400 beats per minute. What up, KSN? You said AC/DC, right? They're gonna do it again to you, Daz. Happens to him all the time. Stormtrooper! I think I saw you talk a second ago. You did. Let's see if you come back, is where the question falls down on. I've been doing all right. A little tired from working all the time, but doing all right. Doing all right. Stormtrooper, are you here? Stormtrooper. Press F to pay respects. Stormtrooper, are you here? There he is. Here from Mexico about... Well, wait a second. I remember someone saying that before.
Hola chicos, pues bueno chicos, en esta ocasión no les traigo ni una reseña de anime, ni una reseña manga.
Let me restart that. That was some energy I like. But before I continue, Gamers Nation, I don't know. But as I said, there are more than one way for me to review your channels. Keep this in mind, my dudes. And they don't have this silly wheel. I have the wheel here because there's so many of you on Sundays. But on my own channel and on MGN, I am available on MGN on every Tuesday. MGN, I will be doing a live channel review on my MGN, your MGN, everybody else's MGN at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. First come, first serve. No wheel, no muss, no fuss, no something. But then there's also every Wednesday or Thursday, my channel, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. You can find that right here. All right. And I'm going to say this again, and I stress this the most. Don't sub to the channel, my channel, unless you enjoy the content, because, again, I'm not here to beg for subscribers. I'm here to help you. All right, just know that you probably have a better chance. But let's take a look at the Stormtrooper. Let's talk about this real quick. So I do like how it looks. However, I feel like a couple things could be worked on, and one big thing would be your banner. I would drop the Instagram, the Twitter, and the Facebook logo because they ain't paying you to put it there, and I can see them in the lower right-hand corner of the banner itself. So that is actually not needed there. It's actually should be also mentioned in your About section, in your descriptions as well. That's going to help you out immensely. So, you're going to probably need to fix that. I would recommend putting your name just down in the center. Keep your little anime dude, that's fine. But I kind of want to see this move down here, made bigger, and drop these. All right? All right. So,
ni nada de esas cosas, ni compras, nada de eso, sino más bien, hoy les quiero...
If you guys think I know a thing he's saying, you're absolutely wrong. I'm gauging the interaction.
Platicar el cómo fue que yo me introduje dentro de este mundo otaku, de este mundo del anime, del manga, porque siento que en el canal no hay muchos videos hablando de mí, entonces siento que la gente que me sigue, pues realmente no me conoce, entonces pues esto es para que sepan un poco más de mí. Entonces vamos a ello. Pues bueno, la primera vez que vi anime así en mi vida entera fue Empecé con una saga que es muy muy famosa hoy en día, que es pues...
So he has a really good like energy to it. I like the music I'm hearing in the back. It's really interactive and engaging. Let me just check something because this could be important. All right. But it's really interactive and engaging. I like how you have the room behind you nice and neatly put together. It's clean. It makes your eye wander a little, but in a good way, because I'm more curious what's going on in the background, but I'm also listening to you while you're talking. I see the little Guy Fawkes mask back there. I see a little like it's a picture of Big Daddy, but it's like a personal one that you did here, and like it makes my eye wander, but in a good way, because I want to see. Like I'm like curious. It helps me learn about you a little bit more. So this being your front video is not entirely bad because it looks. I feel like this is your channel trailer, which isn't bad. It's good. I just really I personally wish I understood more than like one language, so I could understand what you're saying on this. That being said, you got your uploads, popular uploads, you got your created playlists, but I don't see any individual playlists on your front page. I believe that's going to help you a bit. I just want to see more of your other videos that you could have in a group if I wanted to streamline them. If I understood what you said, which makes me sad. I don't know a few more language. I got a list of people to be reviewed. Cool. Anyone got a list. It's actually a wheel. That's this thing. And that's how we decide who gets reviewed, is the wheel picks them. Now then, let's continue. Let's go to your About section. Hey guys, and welcome to Stormtrooper. In this channel, you can find blogs, reviews, tops, and many other things related to the world of anime and manga. This channel is a nerd and otaku. I hope you like content. I do like content. No, it's I hope you like the content. Videos, new videos every Sunday. All right, so here's the thing about new videos every Sunday. I believe you would have, with the ever-expanding world of anime, you have the ability to upload more than just one video a week. And you could even be touching base on older stuff as well. So I would say for yourself, make a video at least twice a week to keep the audience constantly interactive and engaged with what you're doing, okay? Let's take a look at your Twitter, Instagram, and your good use of hashtags. You did this 2 days ago, which is great. Assassination Classroom. An anime I've yet to actually get a chance to sit and watch through the entire thing. And you're using hashtags, which is great. Hashtag manga, hashtag an assassination classroom. That's good. When was the last time you updated it? 2 days ago. So you're staying active, which is great. Keep utilizing that, and I like your understanding of hashtags. Okay, now let's take a look at your Twitter. And again, of course, you want to get this fixed, because the other reason I say that these like little things at the bottom don't make any sense is because, one, I'm on Twitter. I don't need the Twitter logo to tell me I'm on there. So that's why I always disagree with these banners. And also try to get this banner sized correctly for yourself so your character's sitting at the bottom and it doesn't look like a free-floating head. Well, torso in this case. The next thing I want to say is I need to translate this page. We'll record a video, start editing. I hope I can upload it today, but it will not be early tomorrow. Got the flu. That sucks. This week's video will be late. I'm sorry, I feel bad. I don't think I can record today. Don't forget to use specific words in this as well. Wording in Twitter means a lot, especially keywords, because keywords will help you. Keywords help you mainly due to the fact that that's how Twitter's search algorithm works. So if you have a keyword that's more specifically geared towards your post, people could actually search that. Turning down this heat. Turning down the heat. Watch out. But I like your use of memes. You're doing really good on the meme machine. But I feel like I'm not seeing enough of you on here in terms of videos and whatnot. I like the communication, but I also want to see you talk with other people too. Bonjour. I also want to see you talk with other people. Interaction's a big thing on Twitter. or any social media. That's why they call it a social media. Don't worry, that's not you. That's YouTube's connection being funky for me. Okay, so when I was looking at your playlist on the front page, I noticed you had a couple playlists with just one video on it. You got Vacaciones and Viva Me Guerra. The thing is, are you planning to go on vacation more? If not, probably you could categorize that in a bigger playing with other vlogs. Yeah, with other vlogs. We try to keep things friendly. We try to keep things friendly here. We don't go beyond family friendly. But yeah, try to have playlists with more than just one video in it. That's why they're called playlists. Also, not only that, it helps the search optimization for those particular videos. Moving on, let's take a look at your videos. I like the use of thumbnails. 10 points. Welcome to Frosted Review Streams where the points don't matter. All right, but there are some issues with some of your videos, and the ones that come into play for your thumbnails is I love these. These are fun. I really like those. They're awesome. However, when you put black text with the white outline on these types of backgrounds, it makes it very hard to read. So watch the type of text you're using and the color of the font for that as well, because it definitely doesn't translate to be very readable for some people, like this one as well. I couldn't tell you what it said to begin with, but it says tag espluzante. Blaznante. You know what I mean. But it's hard to read. That's what I'm saying. So you got this like neon thing, but it's hard to read because of the color difference in this. It kind of acts as a shader more I anything. So I would be careful with this. This kind of works, but again, the yellow outline kind of bleeds in with the background. So just make sure you color your font correctly. I would recommend taking a look at a color wheel and seeing what some graphic designers might actually recommend for fonts over certain colors. Lots of resources for that. So let's take a look at it. I want to translate this because I'm terrible. The sky is no longer the limit, it is the beginning. Well, if the sky's the limit, then why are there footprints on the moon?
Hola chicos, y bueno chicos, en el video de hoy les traigo una reseña de una película la cual me la recomendaron y la verdad está muy buena. Estoy hablando de Sakazama no Patema, entonces vamos a ello.
Morning, Drya. Okay.
Pues bueno, les platicaré un poco
You held on
sobre
that a
esta
little long.
película. Esta película salió en 2013. El director se llama Yoshihiro Yashihura y la película dura alrededor de 1 hora y media más o menos. Se estrenó en Japón, como ya les dije, en 2013.
I know that meant good or bad.
Jamás llegó a México, no estoy muy seguro. Sin embargo, pues ya es bastante viejita, pero la acabo de ver y a mí me gustó mucho. Ahora, para todos aquellos que no sepan de qué trata o de qué va la película, pues les voy a hacer un resumen chiquito y como siempre sin ningún tipo de spoiler. Entonces, aquí va. Pues bueno, la película nos cuenta la historia de Patema, la cual es una chica que vive en una civilización subterránea. Viven en túneles, alcantarillas y cosas por el estilo. Patema es muy exploradora y atrevida y quiere conocer el mundo más de lo que...
So, I like that you're talking about it, but we're about a minute in and you haven't really given us any visuals of what you're talking about, even if it's still framed images in like your upper right, or well, that'd be your left, my right. But I would recommend giving us something to look at while you're talking, while you're explaining certain things. I don't exactly understand everything you're saying, but I definitely would recommend adding an extra visual aspect to that outside of you talking. I might have a few tips on improving the channel. So the next thing I want to make mention of is your tags could use a lot of love. You go, the sky's no longer the limit, it's the beginning. So you go, let's translate this in English. You go stormtrooper. Then you say anime, otaku, nerd, geek, manga, opinion, diversion, review, vlogs. L-Storm, Shaxma no Padma, movie review, Resnex Asma no Padma. So the issue you're having here is at no point in time in your tags do you say Sakazama no Padma review. And that would be a big tag, let's say someone like me who's never seen this in my life. I type in that review, I wouldn't be able to find it through your channel because it's not as its own tag. And only time it says that is actually in the title. So I would definitely recommend making sure the tags are set up. Don't put single solitary word tags. I say this a lot, but they don't help. And also putting your name into tags doesn't exactly help too much either, because believe it or not, when people type in something that involves your name, like let's say someone typed in Frosted Fricks Doki Doki Literature Club, you're only going to find Frosted Fricks Doki Doki Literature Club. Not because the tag says Frosted Fricks anywhere in it, but because my channel is already technically the strongest tag you'll ever have. So you don't necessarily need to put your name in your tags. Make sure your tags are specific to the video. What is good and bad about the video? Boom, tag. What are some characters in the movie? Boom, tag. Who made the movie? What studio made the movie? Tags everywhere. Also, when you're saying blog and blogs, I can tell you that the word blogs and vlogs are stronger than the word vlog and blog because it is plural and it's more likely to be searched when people type in anything. The extra S at the beginning actually definitely makes a bit of a difference. For example, I have a channel where I do Overwatch comic dubs. If I say Overwatch comic dub, the search result is actually minimal compared to the word Overwatch comic dubs, where it's multiple and there are many chances of it being found through that. So that's something that's fun to know. But I wouldn't just use the word vlogs or blogs without having an explanation at the beginning of that word. Or not an explanation, but something following up to that word. So it has to be a string of words for it to be a solid, strong tag. That's why I don't like TubeBuddy. That's why I don't like Rapid Tags, because they do a horrible job at exactly what I'm talking about, and they're just looking for key words and not key tags and phrases. These are things that people need to focus on, because that's what YouTube looks for. The next thing I want to say is good job on the description. Good job on the description. And here's why. You filled this out pretty all right. This is my review of the movie Sakazma Potima. I really loved it. I hope you liked the video and encourage you to see this work. It is wonderful. Do not forget to subscribe, give a little hand up to the video, leave a comment and follow. So I would explain a little bit more what the video is about. And what you could do is actually take the back cover of the movie. So like if I don't have any movies in here, but there's a brief description of what the movie's going to be about that you can find anywhere, even on the back case of the DVD box that you bought it off, or Blu-ray, whatever you got it on, and you can copy that and put it in there in the description as well to add more to the information that is already currently existent. Also, maybe give a little bit of a bio on the individuals that make it, the company or the director. I can definitely tell you it doesn't hurt. You got 5,000 characters to use in this. Use them. More information, the better it is for you. There's fuzzies all over the place. Let's show more. Then you got your social media linked, which is great. Then you use the copyright disclaimer, and yes, you are actually in fair use of this particular one because you're giving information, but you're really not using too much of the content from the show, so you wouldn't be in too much of a deep. But I would definitely say when you held on that song at the beginning, you held on it a little long. I would have only put it out maybe a few seconds, just really quick to give the idea of what's going on, have enough time for the eyes to register what the words say, and that's about it. For people who do anime reviews, I 100% recommend you check out this one guy. His name is Bennett the Sage. He does reviews for Anime Abandoned. His stuff's a little, he swears, but it's not really bad done, and it is a good example. It's a prime example of fair use. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. So that being said, you got a good concept, but I think what I saw was your upload schedule is killing you right now. So you say once a week, but you're not exact. Well, actually, no, you're following that through. Well, you got 3 there. You got 4, 5 there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 there. You're following through on that, but I want to see more uploads a week. I mean, you're getting some views, and I would definitely say for the type of content and the type of topics that you're covering, a social media to be on And a lot of people go, when I say this. But believe it or not, Tumblr. That is full of that type of stuff. People like watching that type of stuff. I found great success through posting some of my content through Tumblr. Not on my main channel, but on my other channel where it's voice acting stuff. People like seeing creative processes and thoughts being put through that. So those are my recommendations, my dude. All right? All right. So thank you very much for sharing with us. Just work on those particular things, and it should get you going. That being said, I'm going to open up the list one more time. It's going to be my last spin of the night, and then then I'm going to also encourage you guys again to visit these two channels down here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm going to be live on MGN, usually every Wednesday or Thursday. My own personal channel is going to be I'm going to be live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. And as I always say, don't just subscribe because, don't just subscribe because you're getting a review. Subscribe because you enjoy the content. Because I know I don't need no dead subscribers on my end. I just want to help y'all. That's what this is about. All right? All right. So that being said, I'm going to open up the list one more time. Again, if you're not on the list, ask, but keep it to one. And if you are on the list, encourage other people to ask. But don't, okay, you know what I mean. But you guys got 30 seconds up on a clock. List is open. Yay. There we go. Oh, Dutch, you're not on there. That's cool. It's an interesting name there, Jack. Closed. All right. I'll add the names to the wheel. Lock them in. Oh, Drawer, I could add you on. I know you've been talking. I saw you. I pay attention to the chat, believe it or not. He was talking a while ago. So let's go. Let's remove Daz. Why? Did he leave? I didn't get a request to remove Daz. Yeah, I don't got a request for Daz removal. I'm going all the way back for a while now. So I'm going to keep him on there. If you guys ever... that's not nice. Daz is still here. Anyways, as I was saying... At Freedom. No, you didn't get reviewed. Anyways, as I was trying to say... This is going to be my last review. Also, when I spin the wheel and I call out a name... Please stick around, because usually at about this time in the stream, people start disappearing on me. And they might not be here. So just keep that in mind, all right? Hands. Way to be, Aaron. Also, if you guys ever do need to dip, just go at Frosted Fricks like Demkeys does. It highlights it in orange on my page, and it catches my eye immediately. Oh, denied. Wow. Wow. Camden Kingdom, are you here? denied. Right on the edge there, Two Wheel. Camden Kingdom. Let's see, is he going to pop up here? All right. It's on the screen. It's your Sunday night entertainment. He's here. There you are. Got a couple vlog channels today. We're going to switching it up. That's good. I like that.
What's going on, guys? Welcome
Whoa.
back to another vlog. Today is Monday.
Nice lighting.
A new week, new start to the school week. Gotta do some school today. Then I have a basketball game for King Middle School. That's at Sug at around 6 o'clock. So between there, we'll vlog and stuff. So to start this vlog, I want to do a day in the life of Camden Bettinghouse. If any of you are wondering, day in the life of a vlogger or anything, this is my daily routine, what I do on a normal school day, every single day. It may vary from day to day, but basically,
I usually start mine off with a nice cry, followed by a tantrum. Then afterwards, I ended up getting dragged behind the car with a chain to make sure I got there on time. To whence I was duct taped to my chair to make sure I didn't get out. And upon leaving, they made sure they strapped bowling balls to my shoes so I wouldn't run out the door. That's my daily life at school. But that being said, let's talk... See you later, Daz. But that being said, let's talk about this. I like the banner for the most part. Now, I say that because the banner... the dang banner is good, but I don't like the fact that the subscribe is there. I can't click it. I can't do anything with it. Don't forget the hot sauce in the eyes. See, that's how they made you pay attention. I would recommend getting rid of the subscribe button because it's just distracting to this. It's actually more legible than this itself. My recommendation is utilize whatever this red bar is. I kind of like I like the abstract, the distraction, not the distraction, the separation that the white has to that red with that text that you're using. It actually translates a lot better than this kind of. Though I do like the crown at the end of the word kingdom. But I kind of want to see. I don't know. I guess the word subscribe, it draws me in more than your actual title and name did. Eyes of bread. You're bread. Okay, but no, it's not a matter of what you should put there. I just say just get rid of that and move the vlogs on a daily over. Yeah, I just wouldn't put the subscribe there because you don't want to ask for people. You don't want to seem come off too desperate for a subscriber. You want to seem friendly when people come to your channel. I actually don't recommend putting subscribe anywhere on a banner or in your about section. Let's continue. Well, weekly teen tips, Vlogmas, Disney vlogs. I like Disney. I like Disney a lot. Fort challenges. You forting up in supermarkets? That's so mean. But maybe also your popular uploads, but good setup on your front page. 14-year-old vlogger with dreams to become a full-time YouTuber. I wouldn't put that there because then it kind of looks like that's all you're here for. You're not here to have fun or entertain or anything. You're here just to make it as a big guy on YouTube. And, like, yeah, that might be true, but that shouldn't be the reason why you're here. Honestly, you should be here just the sole purpose of entertaining, educating, having fun, or anything along that line. But I would definitely not recommend just joining. Just wait until you open the wheel again. Actually, this is my last review, my dude, but there are more than one way for me to help you out, and Demkeys will tell you how. But I kind of want to see, like, why, not why. I guess that means that makes more sense. You don't want to come off as you're only here to make it and then fluff everyone else to the side. Disney addict. Yeah, I actually started early today. So what was I going to say? My name is Camden Bettinghouse. Almost didn't say it. Camden Bettinghouse. And if you like vlogs, tips, and probably everything else, subscribe and click the bell so you can be a part of my journey, member of the Camden Kingdom. If you have any questions, make sure to hashtag AskCam, or you got your own hashtag. That's cool. Or send your message to email below. Stay vlogtastic. That's now a word. Okay. I learned something today. I learned something every time. You gotta learn something all the time. So, as I said, don't just subscribe because I'm helping people with channels. Subscribe because you like the content, eh? But what I was gonna say is, there it is. Thank you very much. And people wonder why I have a junk rot skin there. It's something I like to do. But if you enjoy questions, hashtag, okay, that's good. But I feel like keep the subscribe and click the bell thing for the end of your videos. Not necessarily here. Because here I want to learn more about you. What makes you do what you do? Why do you vlog? What is it that you vlog? And what is your schedule? That would be another big thing to cover. But for a vlogger, you got to be active on your social media. And we's about to find out where. And isn't this, yeah, it's Spreadshirt. It's not exactly social media. You marked it as social media, but it's Spreadshirt. You want to put your social media first, especially as a vlogger. I recommend checking out how the larger vloggers would have their page set up. Camden Bettinghouse Live 5. Thank you very much for that, Solo. But I would say you need to start utilizing your hashtags on Instagram. That's how things get found there. It helps. Trust me, that's how Instagram search engines utilizes through their hashtags. And as far as your Instagram goes, Twitter, Instagram words. As far as your Instagram goes, don't just use it as a wall of your videos. You got to talk to people, engage, interact, have fun, post memes, and have conversations, talk about your day. But don't just put up your videos on there, because then it just doesn't, I guess it just doesn't translate well. This is why you should go to church. Okay, well that's great, but you still need to fill out a little bit more. Again, hashtags on here are also important, but you also try to balance out more key phrases than hashtags, and also talk more. That's where you fall a little flat on here. Let's talk about Planet. And you could literally talk about random games. What's up? You could literally talk about anything. Anything. You say it at the end of every video. Then it doesn't need to be in your About section. Next thing I say is short films by Camden Bettinghouse. I feel like, are you doing more of those at any point in time? Just curious, or is it just a temporary thing? Just start Twitter and Instagram, and I have no follower. As I said, I have another channel. It just started its first Twitter today. It's just started Twitter today. Nothing up there yet, but it just started its Twitter today. So I intend to be using it tomorrow. Ow, I just hit my ankle on my chair, and it hurts like a thing. All right, so you got more videos outside of playlists than you actually have inside of playlists, and I could do that. I could tell you that by just looking at it. Stay vlogtastic. You say that at the end of every slow. Oh, never heard of it before, but hey, if that's your thing, that's you, buddy, and that's fine. Senior night. I like your use of thumbnails. You're having a lot of fun with them, which is great. You have this big old Nerf armory wall in your room, which is funny and interesting at the same time. Like, I just keep mine in a plastic bag. There's a really big Nerf war that happens here every year, and it gets pretty intense. Not gonna lie. Senior night. Everyone's getting the flu, dude. Everyone's getting the flu. It sucks. Watch Arrow for the first time. It's good. See, I haven't watched Arrow. I've been obsessed with it's a show called Lucifer. It's really good, guys. It's based off a comic. It's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. I actually really enjoy it. It's got a lot of like twists and turns. It's been quite enjoyable to watch. Twist-tacular. Let's see Senior Nights. Matinee Basketball Senior Night 2018. All right, Gamer Nation. Nice. I don't know what camera you're using, but it's looking nice. This guy's just dying over here. He's like, respect the flag. He's like, oh my God, this feedback you guys are having. Good use of B-roll footage as well. It's actually really well put together. But I'm gonna move this a little ahead a little bit, see what we're doing here. Ow, my ears. Be careful with copywritten music, because I got a feeling that's what that is. So be very careful with that. Number 3 was your brother. That's your brother then. All right. So matinee is not a strong one, and neither is basketball. Because again, we're going to go back to the YouTube search engine, which is awesome. I'm going to just type in basketball to show you how popular that search is. Basketball gives us a 28 million search result. Probably not the best one. You gotta be more specific going through this. Like, whatever the name of the school's high school basketball game this is. Such and such high school, highlights of the high school basketball game. Highlights of such and such as, yeah, I was going to mention that too. Your audio from the beginning to that was extremely loud. Matinee is high school name. Oh, then why doesn't it say matinee high school basketball game? See you later, oh my god, EG. I do wish Lucifer have more supernatural fights. Right? Me too. I really do. Though that last one between him and not him, but between Cain and, why can't I think of his name? I can't think of his name. And like, I know this guy's name. He's actually a pretty cool character. I can't think of his darn name. I'm gonna kick myself once I remember it. But it was a pretty good fight. It's because you fast forward, slowly gradually increased. It was still pretty loud, so I would try to keep the decibel rating about the same. Even compared to the first one to there was a substantial difference in audio. You don't want to make your people's ears bleed, but also keep in mind that this, Lucifer's. I cannot remember the name. Was it? I feel like it starts with an E. I just can't. It's just bothering me. It's at the tip of my tongue. Anyways, sports, school, Florida, NBA, all again tags that aren't exactly relevant and are just a meta deal. That's it. The meta deal, the meta deal Kane fight, that was pretty good. I like that one. Joe Weller. No, not that one. We're talking about a TV series right now. So if you're brand new to the channel, so here's where you're falling flat on your channel is the overall metadata. You need to work on your tags. You need to be more specific to this. You can't just say NBA and sports in school. Sports is such a broad term. Like, it's like sports. Like, people ask me what was my opinion about the football game. I'm like, well, I think they did a great job hitting that home run and scoring that goal. Like, I don't know, sports. I don't know much about sports, but sports is such a broad term because it's not specific enough. You need to be specific towards this, and they need to be longer. You say ankle breaker, which is funny. You say crossover, which isn't a great exactly one. And you say amazing highlights, not strong enough tags because they're too broad. You need to focus them down to this video. Is what I'm trying to say. There you go. Have a video idea? Put yours in the comment section below. Awesome. And did you respond? Glad you liked it. That's good. I'm glad you did that. Hashtag facepalm. What? You don't like hitting home runs in the game of football where you have to hit the little hockey puck into the net? That one? I'm British, even I know how wrong that description of American headache was. But you definitely, yeah, that's what I mean. You need to fill this, and the description is not really descriptive towards the video, which hurts the overall searchability of that video. So work on the description, work on the tags, and those would definitely help you. Though I do have to say again, I like the thumbnails. They're really well done. I just want to see a better upload schedule, because it's like it's here and there. I want to see more frequent one, especially since you're a vlogger. I kind of expect to see at least a vlog every like 2 days, 1 to 2 days, and I know that's a lot to keep up, and that's really tiring, but that definitely would need to help you out a lot. All right, so well, it definitely would need to help. It definitely would help you out a lot. To keep your consistency up, because 4 weeks ago you only did once, 2 weeks ago you only did twice, and you missed a whole week of uploading. And being a vlogger, it's really important that you upload. I know it's hard to come up with ideas, but that's still something you got to work on. But I see you're trying daily right now, so keep that up, all right? So those are my recommendations. I hope they help. Those are my recommendations to all of you, and I definitely hope they help. You can see my mind gets fried after a little bit of this, because it's just constantly thinking the entire time and talking for 2.5 hours straight. So I hope that helps. I hope any of it helps. Just try to gearing this stuff towards your own channels, and I guarantee this definitely starts helping over time. Work on your social medias, work on your banners, work on your upload schedules, work on your thumbnails, work on all of that metadata stuff that I've been talking about. It helps. It super helps. So work on that. So I thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for following along. Again, I do these every Tuesday on MGN and every Wednesday or Thursday on my own personal channel. You guys have been great. You guys have been fantastic. So tags is my problem. Tags, uploads, social media, description, video, audio, and the problem with the video was it's long. It's a video of a basketball game. How could you jazz that up? And the music you're using, I'm definitely almost positive it was half of it was copywritten. So those are my recommendations. I hope they help. I really do. And just keep it up, okay? And that goes for all of you, dudes. You have a good night. You have a good day, evening, whatever time it is during the world you're in. Thank you very much for watching. Stay frosty and game